Well, hello, my chickens and roosters. I'm your host, Ali. This is another fragrance review. Get yourself a beverage, get yourself a snack, get ready, get cozy. We are about to review 4 vintage fragrances that I have in my collection. These are just first impressions. This is a new acquisition. This is something that I just found at a secondhand store. It's 4 fragrances. I thought they were interesting bottles, and for the price, I decided to bring them home with me. I don't know anything about them. I don't know. I've only heard about 1 out of 4. The other 3, I have no clue what they are. But let's go ahead and get started, okay? So we'll start off with the one that I have heard about and one that I've been wanting in my collection, and it's this Ambush. I think Ambush is made by Dana Perfume. This is an Eau de Cologne pure spray, and this is a vintage bottle. It's got a pink plastic cap. It's very well taken care of. It almost seems like it was never used. This is super clean. The juice is beautiful. It's a deep yellow, honey looking color. So let's go ahead and spray this one. I don't know what the notes are, but I know it's a vintage perfume, vintage cologne. This is it smells classic. It smells vintage. I get some sort of like oak moss, carnation, or there is notes here that are very aromatic, a little bit spicy, a little bit cologne-y. So very traditional to the earlier fragrances when women's cologne was a little bit cologne-y, like kind of masculine in a bit. Yeah, so it's an interesting fragrance. It does remind me a little bit of like, it's powdery, aromatic, a little bit fresh, with tiny little hints of sweetness. So this kind of reminds me hints of like the vintage Old Spice for men. It kind of gives me that powdery, clean aftershave scent profile. Ambush. All right, so this is the first one. This is the one that I've heard of, but I hadn't smelled. So now it's in my collection. I will be doing individual reviews for my vintage bottles as well. I am trying to get all these videos out there. I do have quite a bit of fragrances to review, so I'm slowly getting them done. I do about 2 a week, and that keeps me pretty busy. By the rate that I'm going in this direction, if I do 2 a day, I don't know, it might take me a while. It might take me, I don't know, I don't know how long it would take me, because if I do 1 fragrance a day, every day, it would take me about a year to get through all my fragrances. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, bear with me, but yeah, this is a growing channel, so you guys please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for me. All right, so we're gonna move on to another fragrance, and this fragrance I've never heard of, and it's KARYNA Badass. KARYNA Badass. Now, I don't know how vintage this is, but this was bottled in France, and this is the WAFT perfume house. But look at the color of this juice. This is beautiful amber. This is a beautiful amber color. So I'm wondering if this has any amber. But yeah, it's a glass bottle. KARYNA Badass by WAFT, Black Atomizer. This is a 1.7 fluid ounce. Ooh, That smells nice. This is more modern. I don't think this is a vintage fragrance. This is a very floral, very clean, sophisticated. Yeah, it might have some galbanum or some alabamum. Jasmine. This has jasmine. Clean jasmine. Creamy. There is some sort of woody, clean woody notes. It might be maybe a sandalwood, but it's not an overbearing sandalwood. Ooh, this smells really nice. I'm going to try to do more research on this. This is a floral. This is a floral oriental. Sweet. It's a sweet. So it's got some sort of vanilla or some sort of tonka or... Ooh, this is really pretty, you guys. I really like this. Yeah. KARYNA, badass. Let me know if you know of this one as well, so give me more information. But all right, so moving on to my third, second to last fragrance. I've never seen this before, and this is Royal Hawaiian White Ginger. So these thrifted fragrances, I like going and buying these at a really good prices. It's a hit and miss. Sometimes they are fragrances that have gone bad. Sometimes, they are still good, but it's a gamble, it's a gamble. At least I know what some fragrances smell like thanks to these fragrances that I found at secondhand stores. So Royal Hawaiian White Ginger. And the color, again, look at the color on that. Beautiful color on the juice. This reminds me of something also. Maybe like it's a very soft, it's like, it has like this rose and carnation prominence to it. And like maybe some tuberose. I'm guessing it might have some white ginger because of the name. But to me, it's very reminiscent to the Charlie. Like the Charlie Blue, the Charlie Red, and also the Giorgio Armani. Yeah, it smells, but a softer Giorgio Armani. A little bit less animalic than Giorgio Armani. It's creamy. It's kind of lotiony, kind of shampoo-y in a vintage kind of way. So it also gives me little hints of like White Shoulders, but White Shoulders is sweeter. This one has a little bit more like deeper carnation, deeper red, deeper, a little bit of Red Door kind of a vibe. I really like this. This is very comforting. It does smell vintage, but not in a bad rancid or gone bad fragrance. This is done nicely. Where was this made at? I don't know. It doesn't say, but it smells like a well-made fragrance. I might be wearing this for bedtime today. Ooh, child. Ooh, this is one of those. It gets softer with time. This is a vintage for sure. Vintage classic, like a Red Door, like a Charlie Red. One of those, Giorgio Armani Red, but cleaner, more lotiony. Ooh, it's drying down beautifully. Yeah, it might have some sort of ginger note. Very beautiful. All right, well, last fragrance from this haul is, look at this vintage bottle. I was so excited and happy. This bottle made me happy. This bottle made me think of like 70s, 70s vanity. Look at this yellow. It's so cute. And look at the lid. This is an Avon fragrance. It's got these like stamped flower and roses, and it says Avon HANA GASA cologne mist at the bottom right there. And the cap is interesting, that in the cap is HANA GASA. So as some sort of oriental style. The atomizer is also yellow. Let's spray this. Woo. Ooh. Wow. This is a very green fragrance. This is a very, this is a Chypre Balm. This is a green oak moss, like a clean oak moss, like a true oak moss. This is what the original oak moss smells like. Wow. This scent is not for everybody. It's very aromatic. It's so green. I love this oak moss. Ooh, yum. This is one of my favorite oak moss scents. And even though this bottle looks like it was like from the 60s, 70s, it smells so fresh. Like fresh oak moss perfume, not like an old rancid oak moss. You know, that's why oak moss, I believe, was so famous and popular to use in fragrances, because the oak moss always kind of preserved the fragrances. It's something to do with this oak moss that kind of makes these fragrances last longer and stay fresh, the ingredients. Ooh, this is very clean. This is super clean, very fresh, summer fragrance where you want to just smell green. Wow. Yeah, this is like a shower kind of a oak moss with obviously some creamy, lotiony kind of scent to it. So it does have some sort of like aldehyde creaminess here. So lovely. Oh, wow. This is so lovely. This is so lovely. So yeah, that's what I have, you guys. I am really happy with these finds. So these are my favorite. These are my favorite. It's a tie between these two. This is a little bit more modern, more wearable. This is just a profile that I just absolutely love and can't stay away from. So these two, I want to say this one my first favorite, my second favorite. This is my third because it's very romantic and it's very ladylike. This is my third, my last like, just because it's a little bit more cologne-y and it reminds me of like my big brother's Old Spice aftershave. But this one also does remind me a lot of like kind of like the Liz Claiborne, but in a more subtle, creamy kind of way vibe. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I will catch you on another video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and share this video with somebody that you think might like it. All right, bye.